Okay, so I'm back doing two more fake emulators this time. This one's Xbox 360, but this one is Xbox One. And it's odd that it says that because some of the games here are Xbox 360 games that it shows. I think some of them are. Actually, maybe not. But moving on from that, it gives us a lot of the fake emulator bullshit stuff. For instance, you can ISO file information and FAQ, system requirements. There's really not that much to these pages. So we hit download now, and this page is apparently locked, but it wants us to tweet, which I'm not going to do that, so I'm just going to pause this really quick. So if I use inspect element, I can actually get past this page right here. See, we can't click anything on this page, but with inspect element, if I just do this, backspace, that, enter, and we have access to all stuff here. So I'm going to hit mirror 2 because we can't hit mirror 1. And it takes us to Zippy Share. This site, I wouldn't really trust it. I mean, there's a lot of advertisements and things. I'm just going to close this. Anyways, we have our download page, our download link. So I'm going to exit out of this. And here we go. So it gives us the file in compressed format. Pretty basic. And there's two files in this. Setup and instructions. So I'm going to run the setup really quick. And apparently there in the instructions there is a password. Read next. And yeah, here's the password. It's not really going to accept anything. We can just like type in stuff. We can't even really click next, which is odd because it might mean that like nothing will work out. I'll try and explain that later, but you can see it doesn't really let us accept anything. But we do have this thing, this read right here, this instructions file. So I'm going to copy it and paste it really quick. This is the other emulator site, we'll look at this later. But hit this, paste, and it gives us this install page right here. Installation password required, and it says it could be a free and open source. However, would like the password to prevent leeches users. It's like, what fucking users? This is completely fake, and it's basically just a bunch of bullshit. So anyways, we click this, and it gives us 3 surveys, as usual. Normally it's 4. And it lets us go to this page, of course, which is your average survey page. So basically, there is no password. And because of this, we can't really go any further. If we were somehow able to obtain the magical password online over the internet, it would usually say other things like next install page is required, or like insert another disk or something like that. Basically, you can't ever install this no matter how hard you try. So that's, I'm just going to close this and get rid of this. So next one we have here is the VR Xbox 360 emulator, and it doesn't really look like an actual emulation page. Now, this is an Xbox 360 emulator, so you can already tell we have things like Halo 4 and Forza, I think. And apparently there's GTA 4 also, which is odd because that's already a PC game. Not sure why would you want to play it. So I'm going to open this up, and it gives us 2 options, Mediafire or SenseSpace. I'm just going to use Mediafire. Close this. Install this. Close that. Okay. And I'm just going to remove that. So we have 3 seconds left. So here, as you can see, it gives us another file, and there is no install file. I'm like, yeah, no, there's no install file at all. So to make it easier to use, I'm just going to extract it. Open this up. And it looks pretty legitimate. We got the exe file, the user config, uninstall, and we have all this stuff in Pages or Notepad. And we have BIOS location. So there is a README. And before we do this, I'm just gonna go to this right here. And it gives us this little pop-up saying the BIOS is missing. Now, we're not gonna pay attention to this. This looks, it doesn't really look legitimate, but it doesn't not look like it either. It looks kind of different from an actual emulation thing, or an actual like emulation exe file, as you can see. But we do have the basic stuff. We have CPU usage, which is complete bullshit. Volume, load progress, full screen, GPU settings, reset game, about, start game. So if we hit, if we go over here, it gives us this other site, which I'm just going to paste in really quick. And it wants us to disable ad block. I'm not sure why. I'm just going to get rid of this really quick. So really, we can't actually get to the file, the BIOS file. And even if we did get to the site, I guess that was an advertisement there or something, it would probably just give us a survey. But let me show you something that's quite kind of interesting right here. You see, if we do manage to get some sort of BIOS at all, it's gonna pop up another error message. I think it might. Because that's what some of these emulators do. Go to BIOS, I'm just gonna rename this to the BIOS.dll. And I'm going to show you something here. See, it detects the BIOS by name. For instance, there's no data in this BIOS file at all. It's 0 kilobytes. The emulator doesn't even look into the BIOS file and see, okay, this is the required data that I need. It just looks for it by name. It just says, oh, it just sees that there's a BIOS name file, or there's a file named BIOS.dll, and just bases it off of that. That's why this pops up. You see, if I rename this to, if I rename this back to BIOS location, enter, we're allowed to open this again, as you can see. So even if we do get the aforementioned BIOS here, there's no way of really accessing the... Okay, I spelled that wrong. But there is no way of accessing this emulator. And you can see it stopped working, which is, I guess, because I renamed this wrongly. But yeah, there is no way of accessing it. It's just scripted to say... It's scripted to say unsupported system GPU detected, which... Basically, it's just telling you tough shit, because no matter what system GPU we have, it's always going to say this. So this emulator is inaccessible whatsoever, like all the others. So, just going to delete this. That was basically two more fake Xbox 360 emulators. Again, I'm just going to remind you, the only working one currently is Xenia emulator, and that still has quite a bit to go. But these other ones, they don't work at all, and people just make fake ones. I'm not sure why. That's about it for this video. Hopefully the next one we'll be looking at other emulators. Chances are there's like a 3DS one around or a Wii U one. But yeah, that's about it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.